Hi everyone, this is Sai of Sai's Sphere. Welcome to another episode of Sai's Kitchen. For today, we're going to cook ground pork menudo. Let's get started.
Good food that uplifts your mood never tastes so good. Cook with us at Sai's Kitchen.
Pork menudo is a very common Filipino dish at home. But for today, I'm gonna make this recipe very easy and quick to prepare. So we are going to do some modification. We are going to do the ground pork instead of the usual pork tender or pork cut. So we heat our pan. Now you can saute your onion and your garlic first, but for my case, like what you have noticed in my previous recipe, I do brown the meat first to remove some excess fat. So I'm going to do just that. And as soon as oil starts to come out from the meat, that is when I go ahead and add the garlic, the onion and the garlic. So for this recipe, we will be needing, of course, the ground pork, garlic, onion, carrots that we diced, potato, bell pepper, tomato sauce, green peas, raisins, and which can be optional if ever you don't like raisins, and freshly ground black pepper. Of course, salt and pepper to taste. So when you do this, because usually meat tends to produce water, so try to resist from, mixing it. Just let it stay for like 2 to 3 minutes in the pan. And you will find this recipe also very good for kids because you don't have those big chunks of meat. We are using ground meat, which is, very easy for toddlers. I have a toddler, so this is why I am doing this variation. So it's just really according to your preference, guys. You can put a little bit of oil. I like to use vegetable oil or olive oil to saute your onion and your garlic. For my case, I usually just brown my meat and let it produce its excess fat, and then that's when I go ahead and add the onion and the garlic. So whatever works for you. And now it's time to add our onions and garlic. So let's move it a bit so we have enough space to add in our onion. And as soon as you start feeling the aroma of the onion and spice rising up, then we know that it's partly cooked. Then let's add in our garlic. And I will add a little bit of salt. Some people use fish sauce, but me, I'm just using salt to taste. And I usually add it with the meat so the meat gets to absorb it. So we're going to mix this for a few minutes, just to make sure that our onion and garlic are cooked and mixed with the ground meat. And now we are going to add water and tomato sauce. And we let this simmer for a few minutes. 5 minutes had passed, and it is now time for us to add our carrots and potatoes. And for our potatoes, we soaked it in water so it does not darken. And we are going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And actually, the whole ingredients with the correct proportion, you can find it in the video description below. But it's really just up to you. For our case, I put in more potatoes than the carrots because the people in the household love potatoes more than the carrots. You can also reduce the amount or quantity of the carrots and potatoes if you want your menudo to be more meaty. We're gonna cover this and just get back to it after 10 minutes. After 8 to 10 minutes, you can go and check if your carrots and potatoes are cooked. Then you can add now our bell pepper. Next, we are going to add our green peas. And last, we are going to add our raisins. And we let this simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. And finally, salt and pepper to taste. And that's it. Our ground pork menudo is ready.